I recommend you drink from a fasting lake. So, I got out in the woods, and I'm about to set up my track camera real quick. I figured I'd give y'all a little heads up with hunting season for deer and firearms coming around the corner. Or next month, and with turkey season in, my videos are going to start to decrease in how fast I put them up. This is the effect that I like hunting. And you know, if I don't hunt anything, I want deer. Deer is the animal I like to eat. Like deer over anything. So, but anyway, I'm gonna set my track camera up right over here. Hopefully I won't sink in this bog right here. Alright. Let's set it up on one of these trees right here. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna set that up. I'll get back to y'all. There we go. Alright, y'all. So, I'm gonna head on down in the woods here. Well, I am in the woods now, but over to my section of the woods. And, yeah. Hey, y'all. So, today I want to talk about some basic tracking techniques. If you shoot an animal with a bow, or if you miss or clip them with a gun, you get a gut shot or something like that, or they're going to run for a while, or even just knowing tracking techniques can help you to know what to avoid and basically create anti-tracking techniques. So, for the most part, this is going to be about animals. So, a minute here. I'm doing this one-handed. Alright. You see how there's a small little trail going on right here? You know, it's a worn down area, you see? Now, this is going to be the path that the majority of all animals are going to take. Now, an injured animal isn't quite thinking clearly, it's just running for its life. So let's say you shot something. Okay, first you're going to look for, paths of least resistance. Okay? Like this trail right here. Most of the time it's not going to try and run through the thickest part of the woods it can find. It's going to try and, well, us humans, I'm not thinking clearly today. But anyway, what you want to look for, I've seen animals do both actually when I've shot them, so. Anyway. I see a small little indentation right there that leads to over there. What that would tell me is that the quarry didn't follow this path, but instead it followed this path, went over here, and took the shortest route possible. Okay? Now as you're walking, keep walking real slow. Keep your eye on the ground. Now right here is a little gully. You could look around right here and see if there's any prints. Now, right off the bat right here, I see something. The leaves are scruffled. There is a difference in the leaves. Just a small difference. It's very noticeable in person. But you can see where they're scruffled. And just keep following that. Keep your eye out. Oh, here's some real scuffling right here. Say the quarry was scuffing his feet, running, not really thinking about what it's doing. Okay, following the path of least resistance. More scuffling. See what I mean by path of least resistance? You can always see them. Alright, the leaves are still freshly disturbed. And for crushed leaves, moved leaves, broken sticks. And right here, see where this has been pushed around a little bit. The bark's broken off. Alright. Let's keep moving. Alright, if you lose it for a minute, don't panic. Just look around the area. Okay. Follow the original trail up a little bit, see if you see anything. So right off the bat, now I'm starting to see move around leaves. See a bare spot in the earth. Alright. And then right up here, I see a stick that's broken. Now if you'll look, you'll see. Alright. It's less like that. So, quarry probably walked through, stepped right here, broke this piece at the center, really picked his foot up, dragged this a little bit with him. Okay? Now, one way you can tell if this is a fresh break or not, let's first off, look at the color. You can always smell it if it's fresh too. And then look at a break, not so fresh. And compare the color between the two. You can always tell if it's fresh or not. If you want, you can get down low so you can see just how much, or if something's been disturbed further up. Looking right off the bat, I see the stick hanging right here. But if you'll look, that's not fresh. That's not a fresh break. So that's not him. Keep moving. You can see where this grass right here is pushed down. Something came through. And if you also look right here, see that stick's broken. That's another way. So by the fact that stuff's disturbed here and stuff's disturbed here, you could inquire that whatever it was is moving in a group or in multiples. If you look, you can see more grass is pushed down. See where it's scruffled up. And then at this point, if you look up, I see a small shelter. That was actually me. I set all that up. But that's just a couple really simple, basic things to look for when you're tracking. You want to really look for prints. You want to look for where something's been moving around. Alright. Now, it's hard to see on camera, but you can actually see a difference in the leaves. Looking between those two sticks, and you can actually kind of see a little bit of a difference between the two. But that's not how I normally walk. I typically walk with my feet higher up. Let's see if I can find a softer area. Another thing to look for is material transfer. In other words, if the quarry was wading through a river, okay, if you come on a river, and you look on the other side, you see fresh mud and fresh water, splash on the sides. Obviously, he crawled out. And by following water, that water is going to act just like if you was blood tracking an animal. Everywhere he was been, he's going to be drops of water, etc. If he was in a sandy area, and he went from that sandy area to a grassy area, and there's grass on the sand on the grass, well, obviously he went that way. Or mud to mud on the grass, mud to this, that, and the other. And one thing to look for, this ground isn't quite soft enough to do it. But if you was tracking somebody and they went to a softer ground area, if you pick up on a trail, okay, you see how it's a little bit of an impression there? How you got a few sticks broken too? Alright. Move the leaves away gently. Now, it's really hard to see because this ground is not that soft right now. But there's a very light impression right here from where my foot was. So, it's just a few different basic tracking techniques. Look for broken sticks in trees. Look for this part of the stick that's already broken, so you can see if it's fresh or not. With resinous wood, you can smell it and tell if it's fresh or not. Look for broken sticks, scruffled leaves, pushed down grass, material transfer, stuff they could have left behind, stuff that could have fell off them. Another variation of tracking is the smell. Don't just focus on the ground. Stop for a little bit, try and smell, and listen. Because if you're close enough, you could hear them running, and depending on the creature, you can smell them. Like a skunk or a human. Because humans most often wear DEET insect repellent and or deodorants. And when I'm out here, I can really pick up on that. I can tell when somebody's been around. I mean, there's been instances I've smelled, literally just, I could smell people before they saw me. So anyway, broken spider webs is another thing to look for. If you was the person or the animal, where would you go? Try and outline their trail. And if you was them, where would you go? Get down low to their level. See where they would go. Think about it. Become the creature you are after. Just stop, listen, look, and smell. Don't try and rush. Tracking's a very tedious process. You need to be very focused, very alert to differentials in your environment. So, if somebody's tracking you, don't go through an area like this right here. Because one, this is the bottom one, and you might have to worry about footprints and such. Go in a thicker area. Not very thick, so that you want to leave signs all over the place. But thick enough that signs aren't going to be evident. Because in a very open area, in a thicker area, signs can actually be less evident, despite what people would think. But anyway, that's just some basic tracking techniques and a little anti-tracking technique. But if you know what to look for when you're tracking, you can create your own anti-tracking techniques. So anyway, I'll see y'all in another video. Yeah, see y'all in another video. Like, subscribe, and of course, comment as always. If you enjoyed this video,